before he was the world champion, even before he was a grandmaster. Magnus Carlsen played this game at the age of 13. And it was not a slow grind. This was raw, direct, and attacking chess, the kind that made the world take notice. In today's video, we revisit the moment a future legend showed that he could play like Tal with the calculation of a prodigy and the confidence of a champion. So let's look at this game of Magnus Carlsen. So he has white pieces and he is playing against Drapkin. Now, let's try to understand this position a bit further. Carlsen is down a pawn, but he has pawn in the center. He has knight in the center as well, and he has some activity on the queen side. Now, if black gets enough time, black will try to play e6, bishop e7, castle. There are ideas of bishop b7 as well, stabilize queen side to develop that bishop, maybe a6, knight d7. So not only is Carlsen down a pawn, but if he does not do anything active, but then black has a very simple plan of completing the development, simple plan of making the king safe, simple plan of stabilizing the queen side. Carlsen recognized that urgency is required and he needs to act in an energetic manner. And how he did that is something you're going to see. So he went for the instructive piece sacrifice. Ready to sacrifice the piece to not allow black to complete the development, and more importantly, not allow black to make that king safe. Knight takes b5, queen takes b5, and of course, in this position, his plan was to play bishop takes e4. He captures the pawn, develops the bishop, and that too is a tempo. It's really important to understand that black's queen cannot get away here with the tempo because there are ideas of bishop d2 and it's not that great black. So in this position, what if Carlsen's opponent plays queen b7? Then bishop takes f7. This is how the game continued. Then king d8. Now we can say that the phase 1 of Carlsen plan is done. So he has sacrificed a piece, he has gotten 3 pawns, and he has been able to weaken black's king. Black's normal development and king safety, everything has been disrupted. Now starts the phase 2. So what is phase 2? So see, it's really important that once we create weaknesses in our opponent's position, we should also be on the alert to try to play in such a manner that we can take advantage of it. Because once again, if Carlsen is not alert and he still does not try to play actively in a manner to keep the pressure on black, then black has plans of knight c6 or knight d7 to exchange this active knight, maybe e6 to try to restrict this bishop, or e6 and then get the bishop over to d6 or bishop to b4 and then do something. It's really important Carlsen keeps up the pressure. Now, he has the pawn in the center. Good. He has the centralized knight. Good. He also has that bishop on f7 that can play an important role in the attack. But it's clear that it's not enough and he needs to do more. By the way, one more thing, this rook is also doing something. So, what should Carlsen do? Which piece he can bring next to attack that king? And he played a really instructive move in this position, that is bishop d2. Looks like really calm move that might not be doing much, but that's not true. Carlsen's idea is quite strong. He wants to play bishop a5 check. Why should only light square bishop attack the king? It's time for the dark square bishop to do something as well. So develop the bishop to d2 to bring it to a5 and keep the pressure on that king. Then, in this position, if black plays a5, it's really important not to be too greedy in this position and play bishop takes a5. So advantage will be there, but not as much because rook takes a5, rook takes a5, and then there is queen b4 check, queen d2, e6. White's still clearly better, but that attacking chances that were there, they have reduced a bit. So black has gotten some counterplay chances. Carlsen was not interested in that. So Carlsen to keep the attack. So if black had actually played a5, then I'm pretty sure Carlsen would not have gone for bishop takes a5. He would have played in this position queen a4. And then if something like queen b6, because black is still like, okay, you capture, I can give some material, but then exchange the queens and then do something. So Carlsen would have just castled in this position. He wants to keep the attack. And then the queen side is just too weak and black's position would soon collapse. So if something like, if you're attacking, if your opponent gives you an opportunity to, and if you sacrifice material, and if your opponent gives you the opportunity to get some material back, ask yourself, what is important, the material or your attacking chances? And most of the times, the attacking chances would be better to have. Now, Carlsen's opponent played e6. He's like, all right, if you give this check, I'll bring my king to e7. And another point, he wants to get this bishop to either b4 or d6. So in this position, Carlsen played the bishop a5 check. So the main point of this is he wanted to provoke black. He wanted black's king to go to e7. So what happens is that it restricts this bishop. So he doesn't have to worry about bishop d6 ideas. And he doesn't have to worry about these bishop b4 check ideas as well. So really instructive chess. Now, bishop is doing something, knight is doing something. This bishop, with the help of bishop d2, bishop a5, is also doing something. Pawn is in the center, but he needs more pieces. And of course, the queen, that must join the attack as well. And in this position, he played the move queen a4. So there are ideas of queen a3 check in some type of positions. Maybe something like bishop b4 as well. It depends on black's response. Now, if black had played in this position something like queen takes b2, then there is bishop b4 check. If king d8, then there is queen a5 mate. Too many pieces attacking actually. So black cannot just be greedy and take the pawn. After queen a4, black decides to centralize the knight. Black is like, all right, we'll stop your bishop b4, queen a3 type of ideas. Carlsen is like, all right, I'm not worried. Knight is not on f6, so I'll take advantage of that. And he did that by bringing the queen to e8. Then king f6, knight g4 check. Now it's time to target that king. King g5, went for h4 check, king g4, and then he played bishop takes e6. Black will soon get checkmated, and because of that, black resigned here. So just to show you the variation of something like this, then there is queen takes e6, if king h5, and there is g4 mate. A really powerful game by Carlsen. So he recognized that timing is really important here, and then he sacrificed a piece to weaken black's king. As I mentioned earlier, that was phase 1, and phase 2 was equally impressive. He kept on bringing the pieces in the attack, keep the pressure on that king, and not allowing black to get the pieces out and try to get the counterplay. This bishop d2, a5, queen a4, and the game was over. An extremely impressive attacking game by young Magnus Carlsen. Thanks everyone for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one.